Hey everyone, so welcome back to another video on our channel, and this video we are going to talk about the TCS ongoing hirings, interview updates and their interview experiences. So if you are following our channel from past few months, you already know all about this particular TCS mass hiring that is going on for 2024 batch and what is happening, what are the multiple rounds, every update we are posting. Also interviews are recently going on. Already a few batches of interviews are completed, but still there are multiple batches of interview are still remaining who are going to happen in the coming days or weeks. So those interviews which have already completed, we are sharing their interview experience from the candidates, those who have given the interviews in the TCS recently by last few days, last 2-3 days. Also we are sharing their experiences with you guys so that you guys can have a better idea, better approach, how what to follow for interview preparation, how to give answers in interview. You have proper clear idea about that and you are best prepared for your interviews. So that's we are going to share in this video as well, but this video properly is going to be for ninja candidates. So if ninja candidates interview given experience we are going to share, and we have already shared multiple videos about TCS Digital and Prime interview preparation, their candidate given experience, everything. So I'll give both those playlist links in the description box. There are multiple interview experience and everything is there related to TCS hiring. Must check those videos. Before moving on, if you are new to our channel, make sure to click on the subscribe button, join our Telegram and WhatsApp from the description box link, and also make sure to click on the bell icon after subscribing, because we post multiple hiring, ongoing interview updates, onboarding updates, and also other industry updates every day regularly. Make sure not to miss out. Well, as I have said, this is going to be an interview experience for a candidate who have been selected for ninja interview role. So by ninja role, there are not too much coding related experienced questions or anything. Ninja role, the interview level is bit easier. So if you are preparing for digital and prime role, this video is not for you. For those, I have posted multiple separate videos also. You can check those. I'll give the links in the description box. Ninja candidates must watch this video. First of all, in for every case, the introduction is going to be must. Self introduction is the starting of the interview. They will ask for it, and you have to say everything about yourself related to your studies and job experiences like internship, certifications like that. And also if you have any specific interesting subject you have faced in throughout your career, especially if it is related to computer science or IT, then this is going to be a good chance for you to say that, because then they are going to ask some questions about those particular topics. So some questions answer what you have already known. You can make the interviewers ask those questions to you, so that will create a good impression for you to the interviewer's mind. Next, two obvious things that I am saying in every video, that prepare according to your resume. Whatever you have written in your resume, any certifications, any skills, any courses, any internship, whatever you have mentioned, any projects also, make sure to have proper knowledge about it. Do not just copy some certifications or just skip the videos and then complete some certifications and add it in your resume. If you are writing something in your resume, have proper responsibility and in-depth knowledge about it. Next, going to be your project. So this is also one of the most common questions in every interview. Whatever interview you are going to give, if you are in fourth year or completed fourth year, there is going to be one most common question, that is about your project, because everyone completes a project, at least one project, by their fourth year completion. Okay, so they are going to ask details about your project. Most probably the details will be related to theory only. They are not going to go deep into the coding part of the project. So first of all, they will ask what problem your project is solving, why you choose to do this particular project, and generally the projects are of multiple members. So if there are multiple members in your project, they are going to ask you which particular section you have implemented. Okay, which particular section you have done most of the work. So they're going to ask about that. Also they're going to ask about the tech stack, whatever you have used in the project, why you have chosen to use that tech stack. Okay, and some basic questions about those technology stacks. Suppose you have used React, they might ask you some questions from React. Suppose you have used SQL, they're going to ask you some questions from SQL. So they're not going to ask you to write some lines of code or anything from that. Okay, next, also one of the most important topics for interviews that they're going to ask is going to be SQL related questions. So particularly for this candidate, the SQL related questions was SQL commands, that is the basic multiple types of commands are there, generally four are there. So DDL, DML, TCL, DCL, like data definition language, data manipulation language, like that are there. So make sure to search this in the Google. There will be proper definition, and also which SQL command it falls under which of these. Okay, there will be proper examples. Make sure to have those also. Okay, And not only these particular questions, SQL is going to be one of the most important topics of your interview. So make sure to search in Google whatever there, just search SQL top interview questions. Try the top two websites, GFG also, interview bits also. There will be multiple websites there, but at least from the top two websites, make sure to complete all the questions and answers. Similarly for object oriented programming as well. Okay, to object oriented programming, there are also going to be multiple questions. So what are the other important SQL questions that this particular candidate got asked in the interview? Let's see. Okay, so this is also one of the important questions, that what is delete versus truncate versus drop. So delete, truncate and delete, truncate and drop, these functions work almost similarly, but there are still some differences between them. Okay, so what are these differences? You have to properly understand the concept, only then you can answer this. What is the difference between union and join? Again, this is similar type of concept, but there are some differences. When you use what? Okay, when you are using delete, when you are using truncate, or when you are using union, when you are using join, this you have to understand. Oops, also one of the most important topics. For oops also do the same, just search in Google top oops interview questions. You are going to get multiple websites, at least complete the first two ones. From basically oops, there are questions like basic pillars of oops, like one of the most important one is abstractions, polymorphism, these things. So for polymorphism also they are going to ask you what is runtime polymorphism, what is compile time polymorphism, what are their differences. Then also there are like inheritances are there, what are the different types of inheritance. So there are multiple types. So in Java there is a special type of inheritance that is not suited in Java. Okay, so why it is not suited, and what we use to for replicating that particular inheritance. Okay, so we use basically interface for this. So make sure to understand this. Next, Java, from Java also they are going to ask any other questions like exception handling. Maybe from not only from Java, they can ask about questions about exception handling or memory management from any programming language. Okay, they might ask you the difference between calloc, malloc, okay, or free statement, why we use it. So these type of questions are going to ask. And after that, most common HR related questions that are going to be like bond. So there is 1 year bond for TCS and Ninja and all. So if you are okay to serve that bond period, okay, if you are okay with this bond period. And also there are other questions related to this like relocation. So if you are willing to relocate to any other city, okay, you have to obviously say yes to all of these things. Like for bond you are okay, yes. For relocation to other city you are okay, yes. For working in night shifts or rotational shifts you are okay, yes. You are working to you are willing to work on weekends if needed for your project, yes. You have to say yes. Okay, they're just checking if you are flexible or not. When you can see in your next 5 years, this type of questions also they might ask. Okay, so also resume skills, whatever skills you have written in your resume. I'm not talking about technical skills now, this is HR round questions I'm saying. So HR related skills, like some skills many people have written, leadership skills, problem solving skills, or team player skills. Okay, these type of decision making skills, this type of skills many people write. So they are going to ask you in which scenario you have used these skills. You have to make up a story. So you please prepare one story beforehand, because at that point you cannot make up it at the spot. So they might ask you in which place you have shown these skills. Okay, or give one example where you will show these skills. Okay, or they might give you one situation and they will check if you are actually using these skills or not. So that's how you have to prepare. And so that's it. If you have any other queries regarding this particular TCS interview questions, or any other queries regarding TCS onboardings and all, you can comment down, and you can also ask in our Telegram group.